Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Agent Factory, the podcast that goes beyond the hype and dives into building production ready AI agents. I'm Smitha Kolan,
And I'm Vlad Kolesnikov.
and today we're joined by Brandon Hancock, who is a full stack engineer and who is also known on YouTube as AI with Brandon, where he teaches AI to over 80,000 developers. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Hey Smitha, hey Vlad. So excited to be here today. Awesome world of everything that's going on right now with AI, and I'm so excited to dive into it with you guys today.
Yes, it is a very special day. We are recording just a few hours after Google released two new products. First, our new flagship model, Gemini 3, where we had a lot of anticipation for that. And a surprise, anti-gravity, our agentic coding environment with lots of features to explore. And in general, it's very exciting. And we will show you a few demos of Gemini 3, obviously. Brandon has a very special demo himself with Gemini CLI. And I've got some surprises too.
Awesome. So let's kick it off with Gemini 3 Pro. I've gotten the chance to play with it already, and I've been super impressed. It's really great at advanced high level reasoning, and also it's able to complete complex tasks really well. Also, it is able to do stuff like agentic operations really well. So it makes it really the ideal model to build AI agents with. And I spent a ton of time already trying to build AI agents with Gemini 3 Pro, and I've been blown away. One thing I've really liked using it in is actually AI Studio. So let me actually hop into AI Studio and showcase what I've been doing. Okay, so I'm in Google AI Studio, and what I've been thinking recently is about building a personal website. I know I'm a DevRel at Google and I should probably have one, but I don't. So what I've done is actually I took my LinkedIn page and I exported it as a PDF. I also used Nano Banana to create an inspiration picture of what I want my website to look like. And then I'm uploading all of that into build in Google AI Studio to help build out that website. So let me start off by uploading the PDF of my profile from LinkedIn. And then I'm also going to be uploading a profile image of me. So it gets that right. And I'm also going to be uploading that inspiration picture of how that website should be looking like. Okay, help me create a personal portfolio website based on the profile.pdf file, which contains my LinkedIn profile, and then use the inspo.png as inspiration for how the website should look like. And then make sure that you include that profile picture of me as well.
I'm pumped to see how this turns out. I would love to see some of the initial pictures you did with Nano Banana because seriously, one of the coolest AI image generators I've seen. I would love to see what you did for inspiration because would love to see how AI takes that input and it does something with it.
First, I used Gemini to give me a prompt to give to Nano Banana based on
Mm,
what I would like, and using that prompt, Nano Banana came up with this really nice inspo pic, which is pretty close to the website I'm looking for.
that's awesome.
Look at the speed it's working at. I one thing I noticed with Gemini 3, it's how fast it is. Yeah, that really makes a difference for me as someone who likes to iterate over and over on the same thing. Um, and yeah, I've noticed that it works really fast, despite the fact that so many people are now on it and testing and trying and offloading like huge data pieces on it and just seeing how it performs. Our TPUs are must be on fire, right?
And speaking of being on fire, I really love all of these fire suggestions that AI Studio gives. So, kind of like, oh, if you want to add video understanding, I can easily try to click this and then add it here so that it becomes the next prompt that I want to add to my website if I wanted to.
Less than three
Ooh,
minutes in, oh my god,
looks pretty cool.
the image is no longer available.
Okay.
See, it's AI. You always need to look what it's done.
I mean, it got all the details right.
I love it. I
Yep.
love it. Look, it really got like I've been to your LinkedIn page, so I know what's there. It really put your work experience and email, and yeah, you're a great public speaker. Several machine learning, everything.
Yeah. Okay. Let me actually try to fix that image. So, right,
Yeah,
what I
let's
really
do it.
like is this annotation feature in Google AI Studio. So I'm going to click this, and it allows you to annotate stuff that like is missing. So, for example, just this section, and I can say, um, add that section to chat and fix my image with the actual profile picture.
So while that's going real fast, Smitha, one of the coolest things that I've actually really liked about AI Studio recently is its ability to like single shot. I've tried to like test it as much as I can on like everything from like web applications all the way to like senior year of college like level math and computer science and electrical engineering. So I like tested it like on the full gambit, and it has crushed it on all levels, like all the way from regular software to like full blown like calculus 3 level math. Like I know they say like smartest model ever. So I was like, I'm gonna try and test it out. And it is. It really is. Yeah, absolutely been amazed.
I love this image, and see how it also like originally it wanted to style it with the kind of black and white, yeah, because that's what your initial style was, and
Yeah.
it kept that thing. I love it.
Yeah, and then also the fact that I gave that prompt very specifically to just this section, and it didn't change the entire website because that can happen too. And that's my demo, and this is my website now.
Have you got to try publishing it yet out of curiosity in the top right?
Oh, yeah, so the cool thing is that I can deploy this super easily to Cloud Run. It's it's super easy.
Yeah, it just goes straight there, takes a few minutes, and you have your website up and running. You literally don't need any knowledge about Google Cloud or Cloud Run. You click one button.
Oh, sorry. That's just one of the craziest parts that every time I keep working with more and more of like these tools from Google, it's like the barrier to entry to just build and ship stuff is insane. So like in a lot of my communities, there's people that are like, I've never coded an app before, but I have an idea. And then they'll just hop into, any of these tools and actually create something. Like it's crazy how many more people are now able to build real world apps thanks to these tools. Like it's always so exciting to see people light it for the first time making their own apps. I mean, hey,
Yes.
Smith has got a website now. You can hit contact me and and she'll fix it.
Okay, Brandon, you have something really cool to showcase on Gemini CLI for us.
All right, so here's what I wanted to show you guys that I've been working on using a combination of Gemini CLI, and I'm actually going to show it a little bit in anti-gravity because I'm pumped to show everything all in one. So quick background, guys. So, what I'm trying to do now in the age of AI is I want to be AI first for everything I do. I swear there's never enough hours in the day. So, what I'm always looking to do is to build out what I'm calling like AI employees to help out with tasks in every part of my YouTube business, other businesses. I want AI to do as much as it can so I have more time to focus on the big things. So what I really want to show in this video with you guys today is how I go about building a market research AI employees. And just super quick background, just so that we're on the same page. We have me and a co-founder have a startup where we're helping out emergency medical services. So like ambulance companies, fire departments, we're basically helping them out with their SOAP reports. So we have a phenomenal idea of exactly who our customer avatar is, but they're all across America. So it's very hard to like I could manually spend the rest of the week on Google finding everyone in my state, but we have amazing AI tools that are using Google search. So I could easily at scale kind of search the whole market. So this is what I wanted to break down for you guys today. Basically, I'm pumped to showcase how we can actually use Gemini CLI, which is one of the best CLI tools with having the ability to do Google search. And thanks to the wide variety of models, we have everything from Gemini 3 Pro when we really want to think about it, all the way to Gemini 2.5 Flash when we want to kind of do things at scale. And Gemini CLI, they have like a super generous free tier. I think it's like 1,000 requests per day completely for free. So that's a like, hey, gotta love free. Long story short, absolutely using Gemini CLI to build out all of my AI employees. And one of the things that I want to walk you guys through is how you actually can do this. Like how on earth do you build an AI employee? And it's basically just done through markdown files. So that's what I want to walk you through. And just a quick challenge for the audience. after you guys kind of get to see all this in action, I would love to challenge you guys too to try to build out each week like a new AI employee. Because as time goes on, by the end of the year, like you're gonna have a full blown workforce of Gemini models running around doing all the work for you guys.
That's awesome.
All right, perfect. And real quick, high level, how do we think about building AI employees with Gemini CLI? The way I like to think about it is we have the ability to use multiple models. So here's what we want to do. Just like as Vlad pointed out, we want to kind of build out standard operating procedures, which are instructions, which is awesome because we get to use tools like Gemini 3 Pro, which are these, insanely smart models to help write out well-documented instructions, such as like, hey, please go search the internet. Here's the type of questions we want to look up. Here's the ultimate goal that we're trying to achieve. And these models are phenomenal at writing very specific and clear instructions. Then when it comes time to do not the high level thinking, but to actually go into like what I call like worker bee mode, hey, fantastic. We can fall back on some of the more fast, efficient, and more affordable models like Gemini 2.5 Flash to actually go off and follow these instructions. And the coolest part about Gemini CLI is you can actually spin up, like you could really spin up 100 different agents in parallel to search across all America. Like you really have agents at scale. So the core principle of building out AI employees comes down to what these documents include. These are standard operating procedures where basically we once go through the process and clearly define what our inputs are, what task we want to accomplish, and then at the very end, we describe the actual output that we're trying to do. We can use Gemini to go forth and follow these instructions. So what I can say is, I can say, please follow the research. Let's actually do this. The research city instructions for, and then you can actually, like in my case, I have multiple cities that I want to go look up. So I can go through this process and just like grab a few cities, and I can say for these cities. And then what's really nice is I can actually pass in the cities. And then finally, after that, what we want to do to like maximize our agent capabilities is to actually run some Python scripts to actually kick off Gemini in parallel. Because that's one of the coolest parts that I don't know if a lot of people know about Gemini is you can actually kick off Gemini in the normal editor, or you can do something like this where you can pass in a prompt, which is a cheat code because you can basically kick off hundreds of agents in the background using this strategy. So in this case, we have some nice little Python scripts that will go through the process of kicking off Gemini in parallel to actually go off and research everything that I need. So we're going to say use, sorry about this. We'll say use at process cities. And, at this point, what it's going to do is we're now kind of kicking things off to where it's going to go through the process of kicking off multiple parallel agents to go off and search in each one of these different cities in Miami to find potential customers that we could reach out and help with our company. Now, at this point, what's nice is we're actually having AI call a script. So the AI is going to understand the parameters of the script, pass in all the cities, and kick off the workflow. So I know this kind of probably got a little deep in the weeds. Is there any questions? 'Cause I want to take it high level too, just because I want people to understand, that you could pretty much have agents do anything. That's the cool part.
The scripts that you're talking about, is that something you hard coded or Gemini CLI did that for you?
Great question. I don't code anymore, which is the funniest statement as a software engineer. I never code. I review a lot of code, but all I have to do is say, "Hey, Gemini CLI, what I'm trying to do is I want the ability to give you, and in this case, I want to give you 3 or 4 cities to go off and research. And what I want you to do is run, Gemini-P as a prompt and basically just paste in this type of city right here, or these type of instructions, which is, hey, go research a city, do it for this city, and basically just kick this off 10 times or 10, 20 times, however many cities I give you. So, that's all done based on Gemini. Vlad,
Yeah,
I know you had a question too.
not a question, more like a comment. Last time I've been at the podcast, this very podcast, I also used this, what I think is a cheat code of creating, a little Python tool and passing it to Gemini. And first, like as a software engineer, even though you don't write it, you have this ability to kind of prompt it properly and guide it to create those scripts and verify whether it's right or not. But the thing I love the most is that you don't have to explain how to use it. You
Yeah.
just give code, and Gemini says like, "Okay, I look at it. This is, I think, how to use it." And 99.9% that's right about it. I love, and even if sometimes it runs it in the wrong way and the tool crashes, it looks at the error, and then the next time it's right.
No,
Great cheat
totally
code.
agree.
Use it all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. The one other just quick side topic while this is spinning off, when it comes to the concept of building out AI employees, one thing I do want to mention is we basically get to use AI to do everything if it has context of the problem. So, for example, I also just other things. I use Gemini CLI as a ghostwriter to help me respond to emails. So you can easily hook up an MCP server to Gmail, and fantastic. I can just pass in information such as like, hey, here's Brandon's ghostwriter. It knows how to write like me. Can you please go pull down my emails and respond to the latest 3 emails? Because it knows who I am, it knows how I like to write, and it can just kick it off. Outside of that, I have to write monthly status reports. Well, my agents have to write monthly status reports. So, key thing is just the more folders you can add into your AI employee directory, you just record the task and then have AI do it the next time. And I do this for if I'm ever doing something more than once, I can guarantee you AI is doing it for me. So,
Wait, so was it your ghostwriter responding to all of my emails?
no, no. That's funny. It's human in the loop. I do review it before everything goes out. But I mean, this is the coolest part, guys. Like, we can now use AI to move faster. Eventually, it's gonna be my agent talking to your agent, and it's just calendar events are gonna appear up on on. So hey, we meet tomorrow, kind of thing.
This is unreal. Yeah.
So while this is going, I just want to show real fast kind of what's happening, just so we can move on. But at the end of the day, what we're doing is just customer research. So for each one of these cities, you can see it's starting to like save outputs. I won't click on it because it's actually going to show like customer data, but it does it a super deep dive into understanding exactly what's happening in that local city, and then kind of just taking the same principles. What we get to do next is once again use standard operating procedures to take in all the information from these different cities. We aggregate it. Sorry, I don't know why it's showing, but we aggregate it into a database. And then after that, we have an outreach SOP that shows exactly how to write personal outreach to each one of our customers to see if they would be interested in working with us. So this is kind of the workflow to where you basically just have the AI document the process and then repeat it at scale going forward. So yeah, seriously, thank you guys for making making Gemini CLI work and all the new models. Absolutely having a field day with them.
Automate everything with Gemini, huh?
That's the goal.
Okay, so just to recap, we saw Gemini in AI Studio. We saw it in Gemini CLI, which is a great agent, by the way. Vlad, do you have another agent you want to showcase with us?
Yes, I will show you an ADK agent. So an agent built with Google's agent development kit. And this agent is made with VO 3.1, obviously with Gemini, and like I said, with ADK. So what's special about this agent is that it's specifically made to create educational videos. And it doesn't just take like a script and creates a video with a talking head that tells you what's written in the documentation or script. It takes a documentation page that if you think about documentation for developers, it's full of code, it's full of bullet points, numbered lists, etc. And it creates somewhat engaging video where, in this case, one of my favorite animals, capybara, is telling you the story. So the agent itself actually consists of multiple sub-agents, right? Like we love it about ADK. It gets this boss orchestrator, the root agent that works with two sub-agents. One is the script sequencer. The script sequencer does two important jobs. First, it adapts the script. So when we start with the documentation page, we want the text and that story to sound natural and engaging. So it does the adaptation for the capybara, for our character, to sound natural and to not read you bullet points like many speakers do of presentations. Second thing it does, it makes sure that those sentences, they're split in 8-second pieces. And it's very important because video models, they don't produce very long videos. They produce short pieces, and we want, again, those to sound natural and have nice transitions. And that's the second job that script sequencer had. Once that is done, it passes those sequences, those chunks, back to the orchestrator, and the orchestrator calls video agent to generate videos. One important thing, and you probably saw it when I was scrolling, is that for the video generation, I used NanoBanana to generate multiple views of my character. Right, I've got 4 views, and I asked the orchestrator to randomly choose a view for every video that it creates. And when I pass a script, along with the chunking, it assigns a view number to every chunk. So the video is not just like a monotonic talking head in the same kind of, think about this number 1 position, but it goes randomly between views, so the video stays engaging. Even if you use it like as a small window in a larger presentation, you want some changes for that, and that actually makes a big difference. Along with that, I provide examples of prompts, how they should be and should sound. And if you look at this prompt, you will see how I provide very detailed character description and voice description and the visual appearance of the character. This is all very important for those videos to be consistent, even though we have those initial pictures, the start frame for the videos. Why? Because take this view number 2. If the view number 2 zooms out a bit, we want the clothing and the other parts of the body of Capybara to look the same as a view that starts as a video that starts with number 4. So those pieces are important, and as you know, the video models, they sort of like work without context. They don't know what are the other videos it just made. So all those instructions are extremely important for character consistency and environment consistency, for that matter. So basically what I do is I pass this whole prompt with the script. I pass those 4 views that I generated using NanoBanana, and then it goes through the sequencing and through calling video agent and the video generation agent. And you can see that every time it generates a piece, it says like, oh, video number 1, this is the link, and this is the piece of the script that it's going through. And we can scroll down and see that it generated 92 videos for me. It again automate everything. I got the list of all 92 URLs. It still requires human in the loop, let's be honest, like the videos that sometimes not perfect. So I personally watched every single 8-second video. And then I didn't like some videos. I didn't like video number 49 because there was some like weird glitch that viewer made, and I have to regenerate it. It regenerated it, and I didn't like it again because it sounded weird. And then I asked to regenerate it again, maybe just like use different view number. And it did it again, and I got those all those views. And then what I did next is I used Gemini CLI to join those videos together. Right? Again, all I did, I just like copied this list and I copied it to a file. I asked Gemini CLI use FFmpeg to join videos together, and here it did it. Let me switch to my IDE.
That has to be some sort of like video editing hack to use Gemini CLI to splice together all of your videos.
Yep. So this is my anti-gravity, and I'm actually working on another version of this agent. You can notice that I have script adaptation as script slitter at different agents. Stay tuned for that release. But I just wanted to show you like the kind of the structure of the agent. I have this main agent with a huge prompt, how like it should treat the results of different sub agents and how it should actually instruct them. And I was adding that human in the loop moment when I wanted to wait after the script adaptation and let me sort of like make edits in the script. What else? Yeah, and to make those changes, actually, that's why I wanted to show it. I use anti-gravity, so I just opened my the previous version of this agent that I built using just Gemini CLI, and I asked anti-gravity, this is what I want to add, and yeah, it did all the work for me. It adjusted the prompts, it removed all prompts, it made changes in the agent itself and sub agents. I'm super pumped, and I just see how it improves my productivity. Primarily because, that's the first time I'm seeing it. I prefer working in IDEs over CLIs. You probably all like waiting for that video and to see how it goes and what it shows and how Capybara speaks. So let me just show the result to you. So let me roll the video. It's, as you see, it's 11 plus minutes. I will probably just give you like 1 minute to listen to, and then yeah, everyone can listen to the entire video, which is a part of the repository that's on GitHub.
Hi, I'm Anya Cappy. Today, we will talk about safety and security for AI agents. As AI agents grow in capability, ensuring they operate safely and securely is paramount. It's crucial they align with your brand values to avoid posing risks to your reputation. Uncontrolled agents can execute misaligned actions, leak data, or generate inappropriate content. Key sources of risk include vague instructions, model hallucination, and prompt injections.
I would watch a coding tutorial from Anya the capybara easily on YouTube.
It's so funny. I couldn't stop watching. Like my brain's like, I'm hearing security from an animal. I'm like, it's a pattern interrupt. Like you can't help but watch it. But that was awesome.
I'm glad you liked it.
Okay, so we've covered so much. This was such an exciting episode. Thank you, Brandon, for coming on and showcasing your demo and having this wonderful conversation with us on such an exciting day.
Seriously, thank you, Smitha. Thank you, Vlad. I've been a little kid in a candy shop playing with all these new models from Gemini, anti-gravity. So seriously, thank you guys for having me on today. And also, I'm going to be checking out that capybara example right after this. So thank you for sharing that as well, Vlad.
Thank you for joining us for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please join us for the next episode. Until then, keep your agent smart. And are you ready?
Powering
Powering
down.
down.